Hi, I just wanted to test out the new Garden of Witches update that came out just earlier today. I have already done a single run, as in one attempt to the butterfly lady, but I decided that it will be a lot easier for me to compile the feedback if I do this live. So yeah, here I am. It's going to only be like an hour stream. I will not start a completely new game, I will continue from this place, however I will not buy any new upgrades, just so I can showcase a little bit of the new starting situation. So right away I can tell that the feedback that the level 1 felt a bit too junky, a bit too stiff has been addressed. As you can see, Seal is a little bit more responsive even at level 1. There is still room for the upgrades to improve this, but yeah, I think this is going to help a lot. On the other hand, if we look at the map, the distance between the start of the level and the boss is much shorter now, and I will be honest, I do not really like this. I think this is a bit too limiting on our build, but yeah, I am testing this out. This is why I am streaming this. Maybe I will change my mind later, but generally speaking, the more nodes there are, the more upgrades you can get, so having more nodes is better for the player than less nodes. Okay, Summon Doll. Doll is usually not great at the start of the game. However, I still believe this skill is absolutely overpowered and they buffed it in this upgrade, so I believe that even though at the start of the game the doll is very weak, it should still be more than enough. I have no idea why they decided to buff doll. I have explicitly said that it's the most overpowered skill in the game. Well, maybe not the most overpowered skill, but it is very overpowered, and we got his sewing wheel, and sewing wheel is also a very strong skill. I like the new thing where you can change your skill order, so you are not limited to whatever you pick up, to the order you picked up, so this is a really nice change. Let's see if the sewing... Okay, so the sewing wheel... the sewing wheel has been nerfed a little bit, that's good, it did need a nerf. So I am happy to see that it did get one. Okay, max... Yeah, I mean we are going to go for doll. Let's see the new scissors upgrades, because there were some changes in the patch notes. It does appear that the sewing wheel is nowhere near as strong as it used to be, but though I think it's going to be very overpowered now, because this skill scales with your attack damage, which I didn't really address, but I'm pretty sure that 15 attack damage is a lot more than we used to do at level 1. Damage of scissor by 30%, yeah, so I do want to check if the doll is going to scale up from this or only from base damage. No, so okay, so doll only scales up from the base damage, so you cannot go for the scissors and increase your damage that way. It has to be base upgrades. Oh yeah, I should also talk about... it's been a while since I played this game, so my performance is not great. I should also talk about the fact that now there are difficulty levels you can check. I am playing on the standard difficulty because this one has no iframes. I believe the game works the best without the iframes. Again, testing if this scissor upgrade is going to improve my damage. Usually I would probably not go for the scissor damage here, but I do want to see the changes. Should probably have healed. I keep forgetting that my seal is completely unupgraded now. Oh, I'm dead. I'm super dead. Okay, yes, so without the upgrades it's still what it is. However, as I said, I believe that seal feels a lot better to control at level 1, and she always felt amazing to control at the higher levels, so we are going to work up to their life. Yeah, there is the new skill tree. Oh, interesting, so all of those increase base attack, but yeah, attack speed is good, max HP, movement speed. I think movement speed is going to be the priority here. Okay, and we can only upgrade this one, so this is interesting. More movement speed, more base attack. Okay, sure. Sounds good to me. Oh, of course, because this was my second game. Yeah, one more dash. And with this, I think we are pretty set. It's interesting that every upgrade gives you some base attack. Previously, you had the ability to upgrade the base attack, right, as its own skill. Give me 1 second, I do want to change. Yeah, I forgot to set up the recording. Okay, once again I'm going with doll, because I have upgraded my attack a little bit, so the doll should be a lot stronger now. And yeah, we have 2 dashes. Doll is absolutely overpowered already. I do not understand why they thought it's a good idea to buff doll. Okay, ambush is great. And I still got hit, that's not great, but that's just a skill issue on my part. Okay, summon cooldown is great to have. We are going for ability points. If doll doesn't scale from the scissor upgrade, then there is no need for me to go there. Interestingly, even though I upgraded my base attack and doll is stronger, I see that I still do 15 damage on my scissors attack. So it's possible that the base damage only scales for spells. It's a big change over how the game used to work, so I'm a little bit unsure how to proceed. Okay, spell damage for the doll. Oh yeah, and also we now only have 3 upgrades for those skills. Before, I believe it was 10 upgrades or 9 upgrades, so this is a pretty big change. Yeah, but as you can see, even though I am not upgraded yet, doll is already doing a lot, and I mean a lot of damage without me doing anything else. Only gotten hit once, so this is good. I do not think this is going to change anything. I do not have needles, so I guess I have to go for the scissors damage here. Okay, let's go. Now that I have 2 dashes, it would be very bad look if I were to still lose this fight. Oh yeah, and a big change that they did is now bosses only have one stage, one phase of combat. I do not really like that. I thought it was better when they had two stages. The transition was an interesting idea. I like how it felt, I like how it looked. So yeah, I wanted to test out if it's better or worse than I expected, but yeah, I think this is too easy. This is not as fun as having two stages of this boss. Before, when you got to this point, she would transform into a flower. There will be a small labyrinth for you to go through. I liked it better. I think one stage is not enough. I'm sorry I'm not reading the text, I'm just testing the mechanics here because I have already played this game for like 10 hours on the previous patch. Maybe I will do this again, reading the dialogue when the game is out, but for the time being. Okay. So the question again is, if now that I add this skill, will my scissors upgrades improve though further, the in-run scissors upgrades. In the previous patch I always felt like the second area is actually easier than the first area, and especially if the boss transition is not going to be there. I feel like that would be a lot less interesting than the previously. The demo has gotten a lot shorter overall, since we only have one phase for each boss and there are less stages. Okay. Oh, I do have an ability to get needles. I want to test scissors, but needles would be good, because that would be possible for me to get double dose. So let's see. Okay, skill upgrade, 3 skill upgrades. Well, I'm going to go for the skill upgrades on every turn here. Yeah, I now deal 16 damage. Yeah, being able to use threads is good, even though I haven't unlocked the support skills for those yet. I do not have crows, I do not have flowers. It's already going to be very strong. Okay, everything for ambush and threads. Okay, I do have thread synergy. So let's go for it. I only have 12 HP, so I do need to be a little bit careful. Missed. Okay. Ambush 90% is additional damage. That's not a lot. That's like 14-15 damage, so I'm gonna go for doll charges. More cuts the better. Yeah, so in this area I didn't really change. They're exactly the same stages, just I believe less of them still. Yeah, I do think it's a bit too few stages now. I'm not a big fan of those dungeons being shortened. Come on, come on, come on. I really do not want to lose this right now before the boss. I will have to take the healing on the shrine. That being said, winning the run with the doll before getting high upgrades. That's absolutely proof that this skill is absolutely overpowered. Okay, 30% more damage on those, so that's great. Let us get the HP here, because I do not think I can no-hit this right now, not without higher upgrades for sure. Okay, hello Abigail, how are you doing? So yeah, usually she would have a pretty good transition, but we have no transitions for bosses. I do not really like that change. I really do not like this change. The attack patterns are still the same. And this is why I needed to take healing. So close, so close. But yeah, good enough. Doll almost carried me here. Okay, lots of money. Unlocking the flower, butterfly walk. Butterfly walk is a really fun skill. It's also a doll synergy. And yeah, we can now upgrade. Faster attack speed would be good. Alright, they added the new currency of dice. I did forget to talk about it. Dice allows you to reroll the skills you get, so very good. Very useful, but yeah, I'm going to go for the attack speed here. Casting speed, I'm not quite sure how casting speed works. Yeah, I guess max HP won't hurt. What do we have here? Looks like there is room for other weapons other than just scissors, so that's interesting. Skills, buffs, witchcraft, these things do not exist in the demo yet, so we only get the first two bosses the very start of the game. Okay, let's go again, let's see what we get. Okay, butterfly walk to start, that's nice. So butterfly walk lets you move faster and you then explode. Put a flower. $78 damage. Okay, now I deal 19 damage on slash, so this also means that the doll's base damage is 19, and as you saw in the previous game, even though doll had only 15 damage at the start, I ended the run with like 38 damage or something like that, so I do not have doll this time. I do not have dice to reroll. Do I go for a needle shot? Let's go for the needles, I like needles. But do I like needles on X or on C? I guess X. So all skill upgrades are on the right, so I need to go right. Okay, needle damage, that would be nice considering I have needle shot. Cooldowns are always good to take. So it looks like it takes a lot less time to fully upgrade Seal now than it used to in the demo. Like a lot less time. Unless I will get a second, second row of upgrades after finishing this one. Then yeah, everything seems to be a lot more shorter, a lot more compact in this version of the game. This skill I think works different, this upgrade works different. I do not remember it being like this. I may misremember though. I think the game may need a higher difficulty mode, because right now I am playing on what is currently the hardest difficulty. This is my third run through the game and I am absolutely overpowered, or at least I feel this way. Let's see how it goes against the bosses, but with the butterfly walk I have a lot of wiggle room, a lot of safety. Damage is too much. That is a lot. I messed it up. She would have been already dead if I didn't. Yeah. So I for sure think the game is too easy in this current version. I shouldn't have won this so fast while messing up so much. Yeah, more flower synergy with the needles, that will be good. I only have half an hour left, so I will not 100% the game on stream. I will probably do that on my own time later. If there is even going to be a need, but yeah, I do not think... I do not think I will enjoy the game as much as I used to if this is how easy it became. Of course, this is a bit of an illusion, because the full game consists of, I believe, 5 bosses or 4 bosses, and we only have 4 bosses. As you can see, you do not recover your HP between bosses, you only have those stages with the fountains before the boss, so if you go for 4 bosses, the game is more difficult than what it looks like from this stream, but I still... I am not convinced this difficulty level is sufficient. But maybe they will later add a higher difficulty level because it's needed. Yeah, let's get additional needle, why not? I really like the needle mechanic. I think it's a very fun skill, very unique for this game. Yes, you can see, even though I am only playing this game for what, 40 minutes now, I am already pretty strong. The seal is already feeling pretty good to control, so when it comes to this I do not have much complaints. I believe it's working a lot better than the previous game in this regard, the previous version of the game. I just think it's too easy. almost walked right in. Seems that the max level of threads you can have has been reduced. Butterfly walk is doing too much damage, the bosses do not have enough HP. I have a little bit of issues with this current version of the game. A lot of the improvements that were made were really good. I greatly support the improvements made. I do not support how much easier the game has become. Yeah, so because this is a demo version, this is the end of the game here. I have already wishlisted in on Steam. I talk about this game to my friends a lot, so yeah, Crow unlocked. No, I still do have a little bit of time, but I think I'm going to end it there. I think I will continue playing on my own because yeah, I think the current version of the game is too easy. It's not not exactly the experience I expected for this stream. So yeah, thank you very much for the game, for the new update. I'm hoping for either a higher difficulty level or, generally speaking, increased difficulty across the board. Thank you very much, bye bye.